After Cheryl opened up about her experience to Agatha, her aunt Agatha, she realized that relationship had been going nowhere. Since the very beginning, something shifted, something was odd, something that probably Agatha hadn't had in mind. Being a fortune reader, Agatha could have told her about what was going to happen, how things were going to develop from then on. After they had this conversation where Cheryl expanded about her her whole experience, but Agatha never replied. What do you think that happened? What is Agatha hiding from Cheryl that is so dark, that is so not, perhaps not on her knowledge to treat or to fight against? Well, time kept passing, and Cheryl needed answers. Nothing was resolved. She didn't receive any answer from Agatha in all this time. Fortunately, Cheryl had Leann on her side, a friendship that could probably or could not fight against the forces that are at hand. What Cheryl doesn't know is that Leann is hiding a lot of secrets. He's hiding a lot of personal experiences that had shifted somehow her way of thinking. That she's not only now a lawyer but also a spiritual person. After Leann opened up about her past to Cheryl, about her rocky past, about her rocky experiences, things that she had lived through, Cheryl thought about the first year they met and how things evolved from there to how they are now. And I read this from the Mistress of the Abyss. I was a pre-med student and she was paying a visit to her old university. I was only 19 at the time, but truly focused on the medicine field. I was looking out for a sudden change in my schedule on a board where all the news, pictures, and schedules were placed. She was gazing at every single thing in there. I could tell by the look in her eyes that those were good years for her. She smirked briefly while staring at pictures from years before. That energy must have been contagious because it allowed me to introduce myself. I told her, "You must have amazing memories here." She turned to me and said, "Is that obvious?" "Absolutely. You seem to have relived great memories while I was going nuts trying to find my schedule." She smiled at me while saying, "Nice to meet you. I'm Leann." "I'm Cheryl. Apologies for my directness." "Not necessary at all," she said. "You seem very young but determined. That's quite a personality trait to have. I was nowhere close to that at your age. Are you into law?" "I'm a lawyer myself." "No, but I'm actually sharing some classes with my law students, just general classes. I want to become a physician or something of that sort." "That's awesome. You seem to have what it takes to be great at that," she said confidently. That was the first interaction between Cheryl and Leann, and how their friendship became so entangled despite having this age gap between them. So this was their first interaction, the first time they met. And you can see how confident and how open they were to make this thing work, to make this thing happen, especially from Cheryl's side. Do you think there was a bit more than a friendship between them going on? Something underlying that will say, or will in any case showcase as a relationship of other kind? One last line from the book. Parting with a timid grin, I bid her farewell. As the distance widened, I cast a glance back at her, yearning for a chance to meet again, even if only for a fleeting moment. There had been no one that supportive, and I couldn't help but wonder if fate had played a role in our paths converging. What can you get from this first interaction between these two characters? Is there something underlying? Something that speaks more, something more than a friendship? My name is Pierre Gonzalez. Please remember, go to my website, www.pierregonzalez.com, and subscribe. If you like my content, please share it, give it a like, and Thank you for viewing, and I'll see you on our next video. Bye bye.